Good morning. We all do things we desperately wish we could undo. Those regrets just become part of who we are, along with everything else. The feelings that hurt most, the emotions that sting most, are those that are absurd. The longing for impossible things, precisely because they're impossible. Nostalgia for what never was. The desire for what could have been. Regret over not being someone else. Dissatisfaction with the world's existence. All these half-tones of the soul's consciousness create in us a painful landscape, an eternal sunset of what we are. This, according to Fernando Pessoa, Portuguese literary critic, philosopher, and very successful publisher. It was Kurt Vonnegut who said, "Of all the words of mice and men, the saddest are these, 'It might have been.'" I read a story some time ago about a young man from a wealthy family. He would graduate from high school in just a few days. It was a custom in that affluent neighborhood for the parents to give the graduate a brand new automobile. Bill and his father had spent many months looking at cars, and the week before graduation they found the perfect one. Bill was certain the car would be his on graduation night, but he was gravely disappointed. On the eve of his graduation, Bill's father handed him a gift-wrapped Bible. Bill was so angry he threw the Bible down and stormed out of the house. He and his father never saw each other again. It was the news of his father's death that brought him home again. After the funeral, as he sat one night going through his father's possessions that he was to inherit, he came across the Bible his father had bought him for his graduation. It was the very Bible that he had slammed down on the table in uncontrollable anger just before he stomped out of the house and out of his father's life. He had mixed emotions, and all he was able to do was just to hold that Bible in his trembling hand for the longest time. Finally, he gained his composure enough to brush away the dust. Then, when he finally opened the Bible, an envelope fell out on the floor. "You're ahead of me. You guessed it." With trembling hands, he picked the envelope up and found in it a cashier's check. He held it in his hands for a long time. Tears ran down his cheek as he noted the date on the check. It was the very day of his graduation. Not only that, it was for the exact amount of the car a father and a son had chosen one day, long ago. I'm Larry Hatfield. God bless.